Hey, Scott from Aristocob.com here.
And Seth from Markwood.com.
I changed my cadence there. Together, the three of us, we are Markwood Men's Breakfast Club.
You're the worst. Hey, good morning. Oh, my gosh.
Welcome to Tobacco Advent 2018 Day 15. Morning, boy.
Good morning. This is our annual count up to Christmas, where we smoke a different tobacco every day sent from a viewer like you. Today's tobacco came from Russ. Russ said, Scott and Seth, I hope your holiday season is warming up well and you and your family are in good spirits. I also hope you enjoy this small sample of Lane Ltd Andullo and Andullo and Andullo.
Andullo, maybe?
Andullo.
I think it's supposed to be a Cajun name or a...
Oh. Well,
maybe, I don't know.
Andullo. Pipe blend as much as I do. I enjoy watching both your Aristocob and MMBC channels on YouTube and look forward to future episodes. I'm very grateful for the nice video containing the highlights of your recent tour at Sutliff. Best wishes, Russ. Thanks, Russ.
Thank you, Russ. Yeah, that was a fun tour, fun day. This contains cigar leaf, it contains black Cavendish, and a little bit of Latakia.
Yeah.
It's not terribly Latakia forward.
No.
More of the cigar leaf, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll keep
But it's in there.
See how complex it is. But let's get to today's question of the day.
Well, let's do this one.
Okay.
What is the one thing you want to do regularly but always forget? I don't remember.
Something you want to do regularly but always forget.
So for me, it probably comes to taking moments to intentionally communicate with people. Many times I'll think, ooh, I should send so-and-so a message about their birthday or ask how they're doing about some sort of life event. And if I don't do it immediately, I don't remember that I wanted to do it until it's way too late. I have a friend recently who has had to travel out of state to help take care of her mother. She had some surgery and needed some help. And, immediately I thought, oh, I should check in and see how her mom's doing, check and see how the trip went. A week later, the situation is still ongoing, but a week later, it's like, oh, shoot, it would have been much more timely if I had asked at the moment.
Yeah.
And so I run into that more often than I'd like.
I'm going to have to piggyback onto that. Because seriously, that is the one thing. The other day, for some reason, I was trying to figure out why, my buddy Coy from Roanoke kept popping into my mind.
We need to talk about Roanoke in a minute, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coy kept popping into my mind for some reason. And then I'm walking through at work, walking down a hallway, and I see Coy walking in the door, and I say, hey, Greg, how you doing? It wasn't Coy. Then I go to get a package. A guy says, hey, have you received my package yet? My name is, and he gives his name as like, let's say, Steve Davis. I go, I get the I find the package, it's in the P.O. box. The name on the package is Coy Steve Davis. Okay, his name is not Steve Davis, but his first name apparently is Coy. I didn't leave the parking lot without calling Coy because it's like too many things have been putting him into my mind. And it was good timing. Good timing to call Coy. But I'm with you on that. So many times I'm laying in bed, finally starting to drift off, and then it just becomes clear, crap, I really meant to reach out to that person. I meant to check with mom or dad or one of my sisters or whoever. And dang it.
And either, what happens to me is, either I forget after the moment has passed, or I'll remember at a time that would be absolutely inappropriate to reach out. Like last night I was driving home from the airport. I arrived home at 1:30 in the morning and had a thought to send somebody a message. Well, I'm not gonna. I can't do that at 1:30. And as of yet, I need to look into this. What I do for emails sometimes is I have the send later option. It'd be great if I had that as on a text message, that I could have it, set it now while I'm thinking about it.
Good idea.
To send at a later time. But I'm remembering now, so maybe I will send a message.
There's probably a way to do that with like if this then that.
Yeah,
great website.
Might be. There's also if you have an iPhone, the Shortcuts app is now able to automate some things. And
all right. So why did Roanoke make you respond that way? So
we had somebody asking in the comments. We have made mention to Roanoke a couple of times, laughing about it, and somebody asked, what's I'm from Roanoke. Why do you laugh every time you say Roanoke? I guess it was our first or second tobacco advent. It was early in the tobacco advent years. You had just traveled through Roanoke.
I had been in Roanoke several times, but I had just been in Roanoke. Somebody sent us tobacco from Milan Tobacco. However, the name, when I saw it, it didn't click with Milan, and so we pronounced it wrong. Milan, I think we called it. I started sharing about my experience in Roanoke, and I misspoke, and it became this silly, ongoing, funny thing. The video's great. We'll link to it below.
Yeah, it was essentially, he said, yeah, Roanoke is fine to pass through.
Yeah, if you ever find yourself passing through Roanoke. Okay, it just...
And I harassed him about it.
Steamroll.
Yeah.
It also resulted in a little bit of offense at the fine folks in Milan. And since then, we've never been back. And I've said we need to contact them one day when we know we can go there and visit and shoot a video and spend some time. I've been there. I love the shop. I've always enjoyed their tobacco. The people there are good people. And I just stumbled several times, and boy, being Captain Obvious,
I harassed him.
Had fun with it.
And the nature of these, when we are recording multiples, that harassment continued for several days. And yeah, it ballooned into this thing. And so we haven't talked about Roanoke much since. But when we do, it's always a bit of a chuckle because of that time we got in trouble for offending Roanoke.
My bride Jandy and I drove through there. Since then, we went to see...
We were banned on Twitter and stuff from some people, and
went to Black Dog Salvage. You ever watched the TV show? Whatever their show is.
That's not the Pickers show, is it?
No, it's a more interesting show. These guys take down buildings and take architectural millwork and windows and things out of buildings that are going to be demolished. Salvage Dogs, I think they call them. This is the name of the show, Salvage Dogs. But it's Black Dog Salvage is the name of the place, and they dabble on YouTube. A couple of the guys on the show spend time in their shop, and they've done a few videos, and I wish they would get behind that, because it's actually been good content, but it's not been enough content or regular enough content to draw in the audience that they deserve. But anyway, that's the deal with Roanoke. All right, what do you think of tobacco?
I like it.
Yeah, this one has a bit more Latakia than would be my go-to.
Yeah.
As I said before,
too strong for you.
It's okay now. I'm not, it's like eating onions. I don't pick them off my burgers anymore.
We had this conversation, I think, off camera, that the very first tobacco advent we did, every tobacco that had Latakia or Perique or strong English as a base was offensive to a degree. And now, years in, we've had a lot more exposure to that.
Speaking of offensive, I have my I Love Butt Drugs koozie here on my cup, and I had that at work the other day, and the president of the company that I work for saw that on my desk and was very curious about that. So I took him to YouTube and showed him the video, which will also be linked below, from Butt Drugs.
There you go.
It's a twofer. You can just continue watching videos now. All right, let's wrap this up. Make it a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See ya.